What's up, guys? It's the Two Halves podcast. I'm Ryan,
I'm Rio.
and today we're going to cover the Real Madrid versus Osasuna game. It's been a couple weeks since we've last did the last show, but we'll just continue moving on forward. And again, man, this is the second time we're recording this. It's my fault, but yeah, no, this is just for fun. Just me and him talking about our favorite team in the world, Real Madrid. And I guess you want to let the people know what you said originally, what your original thoughts were about this game.
My original thought about the game was I thought this was going to be a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think Osasuna can handle the best team in Europe right now, and I didn't think that they would be the one to stop us in our track in our flawless streak.
Yeah.
No ties, straight wins, both in Europe and Spain. And everywhere we go. So it's good.
But it's
I,
always
I
those teams, right? The teams that we least expect that end up screwing us over.
yes, it's always them. And seasons back, it's always been like that.
Wow, I'm looking at the table right now. I just realized that Barcelona have a better goal difference than us.
Oof. Yes. Yeah.
They're in
Oh,
first place,
1 second. Hmm.
tied for points, but they have 18 goal difference. We have 11. That's a big gap.
So they tied one as well.
Yeah, I don't remember against who. It was earlier in the season, but it was like with their second or first game. Excuse me.
Hmm.
They were still figuring themselves out, and they yeah. Let me see. I'll check real quick. But that's annoying as hell. It really is. Oh, Rayo Vallecano 0-0.
Rayo. Okay.
Yeah, but also soon I'll admit they played good defense today. They really did. They kept shutting down Vinicius Jr. on the left side, and like I get it. Vinicius Jr. right now is on fire, one of our best players, but we were playing way too many balls to him, and nothing was happening. And it's just like he's got it, but like he's not good at the 1v1. He's not. Like you gotta get him with space, and that's where he excels.
Well, I would also say that everybody nowadays know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to run on the side and then give a pass, but he's not
Hmm.
going to shoot. He's going to try to cross, but he's just going to run past you.
Yeah.
And they know to double team him, and we just have to be smarter. If he's busy, if he has a lot of guys covering him, we could go on the other side.
Hmm.
Rodrigo was playing an amazing game.
Yeah.
To me, he was the best player of the game,
Oh yeah.
and I think that's his best position is to be free like he was today.
Hmm.
The man was running all over the field, and he
Yeah.
seems. And oh, did you see when he held the ball? Oh, that was so good. When he was acting like a number nine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it
actually
was,
think like our best 11, um, without let's say no, yeah, I guess with Benzema, but like when Rodrigo played that number 9 role when Benzema was injured, and we had Valverde on the right, and we had that Modric, Cruz, Chouameni three, like that was amazing. Like against that was Atletico, right? That we just played a couple weeks ago before the international break. Like I
I
think that might be what part of our best 11. You know what I mean? Like Rodrigo might be better as a number 9 role. Because I feel like I see so much of Rodrigo that I see in Benzema. You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's just something about the two where they're just able to, like you said, hold the ball very well. They have a great shot. They can beat the defender in a on 1v1. And Rodrigo may not have the best pace, but he has like a good like little burst, which is why on the right side you see him winning a lot of those battles and giving good crosses in. But like I mean, that goal that he made against Atletico, what was it? Chouameni that gave him the pass, right? The chip over. I still think of that goal, and like I was like, that's amazing. Like that is a number 9 goal right there, thick and thin. Like Benzema couldn't have put that ball in better himself. You know what I mean? And I
True,
was
true.
disappointed by Benzema today. I was. I'm gonna give it to him. He's been injured. He's coming back off of that. But to hit the crossbar,
That was, and also to know that he did not score against this guy his last two penalties.
Yeah, like how are you? This is a statement that you have to make, and he did not make the statement.
Yeah, he was not. I don't know. I think they frustrated us enough, and we frustrated ourselves enough, and we kind of like defeated ourselves in a sense. And because Osasuna wasn't strong enough, it was just a tie. But if we play like this against a stronger team,
Yeah,
imagine
we're getting
this
squashed.
against Man City and the Champions League,
Oof.
bro. Come on
I'm
now.
sorry, I'm scared of Man City. I think Man City is the best
So,
team in Europe with Haaland. All they needed was Haaland. They did. They were so good before, and now with Haaland, they're undefeated. Haaland scored a hat trick against Man United today. Like, oh my, I don't know a better. Oh God, he's just so scary.
and I was actually speaking about this with my cousin the other day about the fact that Mbappe better watch himself because technically he's still the most valuable player, technically the best player right now, the player that everybody would want. But when you play in League 1
As
and
opposed to Premier League.
playing in the EPL, the most watched league, and he's begging in hat tricks weeks after weeks after weeks. How many hat tricks he had so far?
Uh,
I think he had three.
he's three. Yeah, three. I saw a stat today that was like Erling Haaland already has the same amount of hat tricks that Ronaldo does in the English Premier League, and he's only in like 8 games in.
That's nuts. And he's confident. He knows who he is. And I think that Mbappe would have been like better off if he were at Madrid because
Oh,
when you play at
100%.
the biggest club, you're very
No, I
very
think Mbappe screwed up his whole career staying at Ligue 1, in PSG, 100%. Because if he was playing right now for Real Madrid, there's no doubt in my mind we would still be undefeated, 100%. He would
yeah,
have made a difference today in this game. But just the pressure, probably mixed emotions in his mind, thinking like maybe I should have gone, but whatever, I'm here now and I'll make the best of it. And now the ego that this man has, I can't. He no, he ruined his career.
a lot. Yeah, he really did, and he literally could have been. Well, I'm not saying could have been because he's still Mbappe, still arguably the best player on the planet right now. Um, and he might still become, as big as he can be. But to me, when I first saw him as a player, I had in mind that this guy will be the new Pele. It's not just about being better than Cristiano and Messi. We're going back all the way to Pele
Yeah.
because technically speaking, when Pele was playing, he was way more dominant than just what Ronaldo and Messi were doing in a sense, and he was doing what he was doing in the world stage and the World Cup, and Mbappe had the same opportunities too because
Hmm.
his first World Cup he had it when he was 18 or something like
I
that,
think so,
you know,
yeah. 17, 18.
and so he had at least um there every 4 years. You could put like three more World Cup. It's like just 12. It's like
Yeah.
it's easy to just he has all the time in the world to be the best ever.
Yeah. Hold
But
on. Give me a quick second. I have to pause real quick. Hold on. Okay,
and
we're back.
being good, huh?
No, yeah, we're back. You can continue.
Okay, yes, and being at Madrid would have given him the opportunity to have to play for the biggest and
Yeah.
the best
No, I was
and the
I was like trying to figure out, right? Like, cause Mbappe's career was very much following a similar trajectory of Ronaldo, right? So I was wondering, like, when did Ronaldo come to Real Madrid? And he came to Real Madrid the same age that Mbappe was now. So he would have
mm,
literally like done what he did at Man U, then Real, but Benzema PSG to Real. So I was like, oh, for sure, he's gonna come to Real Madrid. He's gonna be scoring like 50 goals a season. You know what I mean, or something crazy. And Not that's not what happened. God, it like agitates me every time I think about it because it's just like how we saved literally for 2 whole seasons. We like didn't buy a single player. We were like everyone knew what we were doing. We were saving up money to buy Mbappe. That was our
Mbappe, yeah,
goal.
yeah.
And what happens? We finally have him, and he just screws us. So you know what? Whatever. Like, did you see
Uh,
recently that they were talking that Florentino Perez was talking about how like he doesn't want Mbappe anymore. He feels betrayed by him.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a lot of rumors, but who knows?
But I must say, in his defense, it's more like PSG screwed him because he wanted to come to Madrid. PSG said no. I will keep you. I will do everything I can to keep you,
Yeah.
and they threw everything at him. They made him like a part of the club, a part owner of the club. You know, it's stuff that's like so big that you are pressured, you know, and with Neymar speaking in his head, and and all these things, and also Messi was going to be there, or was he there already? I
No,
don't
he
remember.
he was already there.
Yeah, so it's not a bad team to be part of.
And
It's not a
Neymar's
bad.
having the best like season right now. So,
Oh,
but hold on.
yeah.
You know what? I'm realizing we're getting off topic.
Yes, yes, we are.
We could go on for forever for Mbappe, but let's not give him the time that he deserves. Doesn't deserve. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't deserve
Everyone here
40.
knows what I mean. Anyways,
Yes.
all right. So something that we didn't mention in this part of the recording, which we did the last time where I wasn't recording, is missing Modric. I missing Modric and Valverde. I miss both of them, especially Modric. I feel like for sure if we had Modric, this game would have played out differently.
I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. And I think that, but we have to have young players that can come in and play too, because Modric is an old man and he still gives his best, his absolute best. But we need competent midfielders.
But
And today, Chouamini was not competent enough, and Ceballos, he had a very tough time. I don't
mm-hmm.
think he barely touched the ball,
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be the one that's holding the ball and directing and be the creative player.
yeah.
So with not, you know, doing that
That was not what he was doing well at today.
exactly.
Yeah, but you. That's why also I think I don't know if you've seen those rumors as well, but Real Madrid's big target for next summer is Jude Bellingham.
Oh yes, he's. I I must admit I barely watch the Bundesliga, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that this kid he is a savage.
He's no,
And,
he's amazing, bro. For me, Dortmund. I've mentioned before on the podcast before that Dortmund is my favorite Bundesliga team, but
mm,
it is just a different story. Not different story. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch my thoughts here. Jude Bellingham is their star player right now, their best player on the team by miles, and so I think they said already that like Dortmund have valued him at 150 with no release clause.
150?
150.
Do you think he's worth 150?
I think in this market, he's I don't know. I think in this market, I think that's what you have to pay to get him, right? That's what you'll have to pay to get him. But he's a solid. I would give him maybe 100. I would, because he is without a doubt one of the best midfielders in the world right now.
Um, I have to say too that the last one of the last great players to come out of expensive players to come out of Dortmund was Sancho, and
Jadon
they
Sancho.
tiny penny for him. They
They
paid.
did. I forget how much they paid for him, but
And
he did not live up to the price tag last year. And it was disappointing because I loved Jadon Sancho as well. Like he was so good on Dortmund. But the thing was that I remember like watching him is that he wasn't the guy to like beat people by pace, by speed. He was the guy that like would literally, if he had the full open field in front of him, like a breakaway, he would actually slow down when the defender was catching him because he knew, like, you knew the defender was going to catch him. So he would have the defender catch up to him before he reached the top of the box. So he could then actually beat him
Mhm.
and then have a free shot on goal. And he would
That's
score. You know, like that's what Jaden Sancho was doing in the Bundesliga, and I was like, this guy's amazing. You know, but in the Premier League, the defense is 10 times better, and their players have so much more pace and are so much more smarter. So they are much smarter, and so therefore, like he wasn't getting as much as the English people like to say. He wasn't getting much joy. You know, he wasn't scoring. He wasn't making those same plays that he was in the Bundesliga, and so I was disappointed, 100%, because it just to pay that price tag that they did for him and to have all this hype behind him and for him to not do anything. But last year, now being in the past, he has gained a starting position under Eric Ten Hag this season. And I mean, he only has 2 goals in 7 games, 1 goal in the Europa League, so 3 games in total. I think he's already beating his record for last year.
well, I say yeah, yeah.
And his goals, I don't know if you've seen them. His goals have been nice. There was one where he
I
like
saw.
faked the goalie and like the defense, and he won.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember which game it was, but it was very nice.
Hmm.
I don't, but it was a good game.
Yeah. But so okay, but so anyway, so that's the rumor for next year, Jude Bellingham. But everyone's going for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool, Chelsea, all the big names want Jude Bellingham. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a battle, honestly, with Liverpool to try to win him. Although, again, rumors are also like, oh, Jude Bellingham wants to come to Real Madrid. Is that true? Probably. Who doesn't want to come to Real Madrid? But will we get him? At this
Yeah.
point, I don't know anymore. Benzema, Mbappe scarred me. So,
He really did. He
yeah,
really did. Yeah,
yeah.
he but
Okay, hold on. All right, so back to the game. I texted you this. Where was it? Wow, Mariano over Hazard,
yeah.
bro. How do
Yes.
you how are you chosen over Hazard and B Mariano Diaz? Like, forget like, because I can understand other players, right? But how are you Mariano Diaz and you're being picked over Eden Hazard?
Uh, I must say, and Ancelotti's defense, like they could not go down the middle because Osasuna was too compact. If you can't go down the middle, you have to cross. Hazard is not going to help you with heading the ball. Mariano is probably the one who jumps the highest in the whole team, and
That's
he's pretty good at in the air. And if you saw the way that the end of the game was, they crossed a lot. Everything was just crossing,
no, you're
crossing.
absolutely right. Actually, now that I really think about it,
If
like it really
if
was just across.
if you can't play like in the middle, you have to cross
Yeah,
and hope to get lucky. You know?
yeah. But so that makes sense now that I didn't even really think about that, right? Like, of course, you're gonna play somebody who can jump up and head the ball because that's what Mariano. But I don't know. I get it. You're absolutely right. Now that I really think about it, but I don't know. I don't know. I have no more faith in Mariano Diaz. Can we just get him out of here already? Why do we got to give him faith that like we're giving him time? Like just get him out already.
And imagine if he saw a podcast.
Oh my gosh. I
Like
don't
guys,
know.
come
I'm not very happy with that decision, honestly. It shocked me to think that like, oh, we're actually gonna go for him over Hazard, but I don't know. I don't know.
on.
Let me look at these. Let me look at all the subs again, right? Because we took out Chouameni for Valverde. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we should have kept Chouameni in, stacked the midfield, taken out. I don't know. Vinicius.
I think Vinicius is too much of a threat to just take him off the board. Even by his presence on the field, people are just scared that he might just do something. So
But he was
you
being blocked the entire game.
Uh, yes, he was, but the solution to that should have been to go on the other side. If one side is blocked, you don't try to force it. You go on the other side.
Yeah.
And if the other side doesn't work, you go in the middle. And if none of them work, you change. Either you change the right, the left, or the middle. The one that's the weakest, you change it, and hopefully it works. But I think I don't blame Ancelotti for this. I blame our carelessness and the way we started the game. We started the game as if we can't lose and we're just gonna show up and
We're just gonna score goals for fun. Like it's just gonna
yeah,
be easy. We don't really have to try. I 100% agree with that. There was just no desire in that first half where I really just felt like, oh, this is how the champions of Europe play. Like no, we were just kind of like, oh, let me pass to you. Okay, I have the ball now. I guess maybe I'll do a pass here. I'm describing it very badly, right? But it was just way too lethargic of a style of playing. I felt like
yeah, it was.
lazy,
And
lazy playing. And of course, the header that we had to lose the goal on was an incredible header. This is what I say. Like if we get scored on, it's never like like a goal where it's like, oh, they deserve that goal for the work that they put on it. It's just like that was a wild header, that was a wild shot. Like holy crap. And so like I just yeah.
it's messed up, and I know that they'll they'll be very upset, but we have to move on and look forward to the next game, which
Yeah.
is Milan and Champions League. Um,
Is the next
for
game a Champions League game? Do we already have Champions this week?
I believe we got Champions League
Oh
because
yeah, we do.
every fast pace because of the World Cup. And I
Yeah.
who we play? Who do we play?
Let me, who?
Do we play Celtic?
I will let you know right now. So we play on the 12th. No, we don't. We play on the 13th. No, we don't. What?
We
Oh,
probably play on
Shakhtar.
hmm?
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar. Oh.
That'll be a good game because, as history has shown, we tend to struggle. Not tend to. I'm sorry. We struggled. We had a couple bad games with them in the past. Let me look at the head-to-head, right? We beat them last time 2-1, 5-0. But yeah, oh, that's what it was. In 2020, they beat us 2-0. And
I
then
remember.
and then we lost to them 3-2. Oh my gosh. So in 2020, the two times that we versed them in the games, they beat us.
That's what I remember too. I said, Shakhtar. And
Yeah.
especially we just played against Osasuna. If we play like this against Shakhtar,
I know.
they have resilience.
I know. I
They
know.
have
What did you
resilience.
think of Andre Lunin though?
He's okay. He's. I mean, he seems sharp, and the goal was his fault. I must admit,
You
because
really you think it was his fault?
it was his fault. The reason why is because he had the wrong positioning. So he started moving when he saw the cross, right? So
Yeah.
he like moved up to try to catch it. I'm not sure what he was trying to get to, but he moved and he put himself in a bad position. And when he saw this, it was already too late, and he switched back to be in the proper position. But it's too late. You're too far off the goal, and that's why he got chipped. If he was in a proper position, he would not have gotten chipped. He would have definitely just hit it over the ball because he's 6'5".
I mean, it was more than just a chip though. It was that header was incredible.
It was, but if it was Courtois, I think he would have.
You
He,
No,
he
bro. I don't think Courtois would have saved that. I'm looking at the goal right now. I'm telling you, like that was just one of those goals where it's just like, because you don't expect that, you know. Like I see what you mean by it's a chip, because he does head it, and the ball does like a scoop over the goalie. But I thought that I saw that goal and I didn't blame Lunin at all. I was just like, okay, they got you. Like, I think that like any goalkeeper would have been gotten by that as well.
I don't know. I have faith in Courtois, and he is also
Obviously,
6'8", I think.
something.
So
Let's see.
extra three. That,
That
that
does
helps.
add up. Six
He's
seven,
yeah.
and Andre
Mm.
Lunin is 6'4", so it's still
Six.
3 inches, which is yeah, still a big difference.
And I think Courtois' positioning is best in the world,
Yeah.
and Lunin's positioning is not the best in the world.
I mean,
Sadly
yeah,
to say.
yeah, but I still think that as a goalkeeper, he did really well today.
Yeah, he did good. He did good. He is a good backup.
Yeah, and I mean, he wasn't tested to the extreme either, though, right? So there's no saying like, oh, he was amazing, but he was solid. I think he
True,
was
true,
solid.
true.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what else to talk about at this point. It just was a disappointing game. 1-1. We could have done better. We should have done better. We lost our streak. We let Barcelona take the lead. Like this was not a good game.
It was not. And we played Bus.
On the 13th? Hold on. I think it's on the 13th. 16th.
So that's not our next game in La Liga, right? Which one's our next game in La Liga?
Our next game against is Getafe on the 8th.
Getafe? Oh,
Yeah, on the 8th. So the
okay.
16th is a Sunday. Oh, thank God. That means that we can. Oh, but it's at 10:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm usually
That's a,
up.
that's annoying. 10:15 a.m. I mean, it's not like it's not that like I'm up by then. Of course, it's more just like I can't go to the bar or something. I can't like you know what I mean. Like it's too early in the morning to have a beer. That's a game that you want to like enjoy. You know what I mean?
That really is. It sucks that it's early like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure in Europe it's not early for them.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. By then it's like 12, 1 o'clock.
Mm.
Yeah. But all right. I mean, listen, 1-1 tie with Barcelona, less than goal difference. It's not a loss. We're still taking undefeated, but so are a few other teams in Europe. Oh, God, yeah, whatever. I'm not happy about this game. The more I think about it, the more I'm disappointed about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, all right, we're reaching about a half hour at this point. I think that's good to call it from here.
call it.
Yeah. But I mean, all right. So 1-1. What you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Please subscribe if you like us. This is just two fans, man. Just two Real Madrid fans here doing what we enjoy most, talking about our favorite team in the world. You got anything else to say, Rio?
I think that's about it. That's about it. Oh, and I wanted to say thank you to Closana for this amazing shirt. I really
Oh,
like
very
it. And
nice. A first plug. I like that.
yeah.
But all right. I've been Ryan.
And I'm Rio.
Thank you for watching the Two Halves podcast and a la Madrid.
A la Madrid.
All right.